Well, it looks like we have another sequel on our hands. Hey guys, my name is Brandon, aka the Brando Critic, and on this channel it's my job to point you in the direction of movies worth checking out. So if that interests you, definitely hit that subscribe button. And today I'm here to tell you if the first Zombieland from 2009 is still worth a watch today. And yes, we were talking about it because Zombieland Double Tap comes out just around the corner. So let's look at the story. So in Zombieland we have Columbus, played by Jesse Eisenberg, and yes, we never learn his actual name. In fact, none of the characters use their actual names. They are simply referred to as their hometowns. Roll call time! Jesse Eisenberg is Columbus, Ohio. Woody Harrelson is Tallahassee, Florida. Emma Stone is Wichita, Kansas. Abigail Breslin is Little Rock, Arkansas. Although a little hostile with each other at first, the four make an unlikely team as they make their way to Pacific Playland, a theme park in Los Angeles supposedly free of zombies. Oh yeah, this movie takes place in a zombie apocalypse, by the way. So is Zombieland worth a watch today? Yes, I would say so at least, especially now that it's October and Halloween is just around the corner. Zombieland was one of those movies where I saw it back in 2009 when I was about 14 years old, and I remember enjoying it, but it's never a movie that I would watch over and over and over again. It just kind of came and went, but because of the sequel coming out, I decided to give it another shot. And now going through film school and seeing a lot more movies than I did back then, I can clearly say that Zombieland is a very good comedy. What I like about it is that it takes a subject matter like zombies. You normally associate zombies with Halloween or just horror movies, and it gives it a comedic twist. It keeps all the zombie hallmarks, right? You just have the giant outbreak of people, they're just and then you have just all the blood and gore that would be associated with a horror movie like this, but it gives it its comedic twist. Like, for example, we have Columbus, Ohio as our main character in the movie, and he's just kind of like this dorky nerd guy, and what he does, he has a list of rules to keep in Zombieland if you want to survive. And once in a while, a situation will come up where he'll revert to one of his rules. We have giant text on screen to show you rule number 4, yada yada yada, rule number 2, and that just shows that the movie's having fun with it, right? You have all these tropes, just like, check the back seat, make sure your seatbelts are on, all these things of how people used to die in horror movies back in the past, and they just have a lot of fun with it. They just say straight on the screen, title, rule number 2, remember, do this, and that's where you get a lot of the laughs. But anyone can just put a bunch of text on screen with a bunch of zombie killing rules. The main reason why this film works is the chemistry it has with its cast. Now with comedy movies, when you have a group of characters, sometimes you'll have maybe like 1 or 2 main characters and then the rest just kind of fall to the wayside. Maybe they'll like feed the main crew jokes. But in this movie, you can take any one of the 4 characters, isolate them into a room with another person, and then you'll get a ton of laughs. Not like Jesse Eisenberg and Woody Harrelson are the only ones that work together in comedy. You can have Jesse Eisenberg and Emma Stone in one scene and they get a bunch of laughs. You can have Woody Harrelson and Abigail Breslin together and they have a bunch of laughs. Interchange them and they still all get a bunch of laughs. And it's because each one has their own distinct personality. Columbus is your standard dorky kid who is just, obsessed with World of Warcraft, doesn't really talk to anybody, awkward around girls, and he's just very, very antisocial. So when the zombie apocalypse happens, no one's around, this is his wheelhouse. He loves being alone, and that's probably why he's able to thrive in Zombieland. But of course, he does need someone to talk to, and then we have Tallahassee, played by Woody Harrelson. And thinking about it, Woody Harrelson is slowly becoming one of my favorite actors. When you ask someone, who's your favorite actor? Like a lot of people will say, Tom Hanks, Denzel Washington, Daniel Day-Lewis. But Woody Harrelson is always like the supporting character in a ton of movies. But slowly and silently, he's kind of been like that sleeper hit for me. And now that I think about it, I've seen a lot of movies with him, and Zombieland is one of his best performances. Because he's just having so much fun. He's this guy who doesn't have anything else to live for, but he just has so much enjoyment killing zombies. And then you have Wichita and Little Rock, who seem like damsels in distress, but when you really get to know them, they're a lot smarter than anyone else in the room. You put those 4 characters together, and you get a ton of likability, a ton of charm, and a ton of laughs. And I won't spoil every single joke in the movie, but I do feel like I need to show this one clip because for some reason, this clip got the loudest laugh out of me. Honestly, I have no idea why. Just a clip of him falling over. I don't know, that was the one scene that made me just burst out laughing. It's always like the little simplest things that really get me to crack up. And just like that little icing on the cake, this comedy movie has a ton of heart with it too. Again, it's not really sappy, it's not overly melodramatic, But it does touch on the subject of family and friendship and how, human beings, sometimes we like to be secluded. Sometimes we like just to be alone. We're just angry at the world. But without other people, without friends and family and people that you can care about and people who care about you, then you might as well just be a zombie. I don't know, I like when comedy movies can get, bring that little extra layer of heart to it. It's not just a bunch of gags. It is a story about characters with real emotions. And yes, like I said, it's not overly sappy. It is a movie about Woody Harrelson killing zombies with, a banjo or whatever. Like, it has fun with it, but it does have that little extra layer of heart, which is really nice. I'm gonna give Zombieland a 4 out of 5 because I really did enjoy my time with this movie. So if you guys are looking for something to watch this Halloween that isn't too scary, will bring a ton of laughs, Zombieland is a good choice. Anyways, guys, tell me what you thought of Zombieland down in the comment section down below, and are you excited for Zombieland Double Tap? I wasn't really looking forward to it when I was looking at all the list of movies coming out this year, but after rewatching this one, I'm very excited for the sequel. So stay tuned for that review too. And like I said in the beginning, if you're new to this channel and you want to see more videos like this, definitely hit subscribe, and thank you so much again for watching. Take care.